Hey there, welcome back to Limabean Living. In today's video, you guys will be finding out if our little bun in the oven is a daughter or a son. So stick around for a party prep as well as our gender reveal at the end of this video. So we are starting off, as you guys saw, I decorated my glass board with our little theme, and we will be decorating this table with our balloon arch. Now, my mother-in-law, knew that we were going to throw a gender reveal, so she was kind enough to purchase some balloons for us. And then when I opened them up, I realized that there were only like large regular sized balloons of blue, and then there were pink balloons, but they were all like 6 inches, so like much smaller than the blue ones, as well as some white balloons. So I thought, let's just make the whole balloon arch these regular, dark blue balloons, and then I'll make little clusters of the pink and then sprinkle them throughout along with some of the white balloons. So that's kind of like why the balloon arch looks the way it does, because, these are just the balloons that were gifted to us. And instead of, purchasing a different set where all of the, different colors were the same size, I figured this will be good enough. And you really can't tell if it is a boy or girl just by looking at this arch. There were extra balloons, so I added some to the top of our pendant lights, which is kind of like a normal place that I like to decorate. And then I took some pink and blue streamers from the Dollar Tree and hung them over our kitchen sink, as well as putting some in our bathroom to kind of just, decorate that space as well. Now, something that we've done in previous gender reveal parties or baby showers is I like to have our family and friends write notes for our little baby for when he or she turns 18. If there's anything that we've learned from this past year, or at least my break from YouTube, is that, life is not guaranteed to be however long you're hoping it will be. We've had some losses in the family, and I know that, it's very likely that there will be a family member who writes a note to this baby but won't be around when this baby turns 18. And so that note will be extra special. So that is something that a little, station we got ready for the party. Moving on, we are prepping some food. This was going to be like a brunch party. So I picked up a handful of these sausages and we're just kind of pre-cutting these. They will be going in a crock pot the morning of the party, and the bottom layer I just put in like uncooked, and then I air fried them, and you guys will see that later, and added the air fried sausages to the crock pot just so that they stayed nice and warm throughout the party. And then next up, we are making an egg puff casserole. I did a double batch, and I'm making one batch with green chilies and then one batch without, in case there's anyone who has an aversion to any type of spice. This casserole was definitely like the hit of the party. I had so many people like complimenting it and coming up and asking, for the recipe. And I ended up just like kind of posting my recipe card above where these casseroles were, placed in our kitchen so that people could just take a photo of the recipe card and, make this at home on their own. But I love this recipe because it uses a lot of eggs, and we definitely have a lot of eggs right now. And it's something that I can make in advance, which is what I'm doing. I actually prepared our 2 separate batches, and they will be going in the fridge until the morning of, when I plan to bake them. Moving on, this is the night before the party, and I am assembling one batch of my cinnamon bun recipe. This is like a Cinnabon copycat recipe. I have made this before on my channel, and originally I planned on only making one batch and having the rolls be extra small, but after I assembled these and only got like, I don't know, 12 or 13 rolls, I was like, I'm gonna have to make another batch in the morning, which is not something I was planning on doing. So you guys will see the night before the party, I at least lay out all the ingredients, get everything ready so that the morning of, before everyone arrives, I can make more dough and assemble more rolls and get enough of these made so that everyone can have a cinnamon bun if they desire. Now, these cinnamon buns were kind of the star of the show because our gender reveal will be told through the frosting. So here I am just making our standard cream cheese frosting that will go on the cinnamon buns. And then what I am doing is I am scooping out a little section of the frosting and adding our color to the center of the frosting, putting the frosting I scooped out back on top so you can't really tell what color's in the middle. And then during the party, we will be turning on the mixer and it will reveal the color that I put in the center. So I did that the night before and put our frosting away in one of our igloos and just kind of tried to lay out as much as I could to make my life a little bit easier the next morning. Now, not everything stayed in exactly the same place, but having everything at least out, knowing that I will be filling things up with stuff, did make my life definitely a little bit more relaxed the next day. So the morning of the party, I'm just washing our berries, and then I'm just adding kind of the finishing touches, chopping up some bananas and wrapping them in saran wrap so that, they don't get too brown or anything like that. I got a, variety of flavors of yogurt so that people could make some little parfaits. I had some granola and the fresh fruit that I had kind of prepped, as well as some honey so that people could just kind of assemble the parfait the way that they wanted to. We had a little coffee station, and I also had made different breads way before I even got back on YouTube. I made some chocolate chip zucchini bread, Jewish coffee cake, as well as some banana bread muffins. So I think the popular one at this party was the Jewish coffee cake. So obviously, there was a lot of cinnamon sugar that was consumed at this party, but I tried to give enough variety of sweets as well as savory. Here are the egg puff dishes. The one on the right has the green chopped chilies. And then here are our cinnamon rolls. One batch rose in the fridge, and then I took it out when the other one was going to be rising as well. And then once baked, they are nice and puffy and ready for their frosting. So let's go ahead and enjoy watching our little reveal.
So if it's pink, what does that mean? And if it's blue, what does that mean? Okay. What color do you want? Rainbow. You want blue? Rainbow? That would require a lot of real baking talent.
Okay, now what is your prediction?
When I first was pregnant, because I already know, so I'm saying how I felt before I even did. Well, well, this pregnancy has been different from my other pregnancies in many ways, but I'd say it more resembles how I felt with Aubrey than how I felt with Jack. So early on in the pregnancy, before anything was known, my initial guess has always been a girl. Juan thought it was going to be a boy. Aubrey has been saying she thinks it's a boy, and that she hopes it's a boy. Okay. And Jack, I don't think understands really what we're doing. So you think it's a girl, but you want it to be a boy. Okay. So she says she wants it to be a boy so that Jack has someone to play with, so that she can play by herself.
Yeah, I got that, huh?
All right, Aubrey. If you are going to turn this on, turn it on to high speed.
Let's see what it is.
Yeah.
See what
So you guys
size
ready?
it's gonna be, okay?
It's a boy!
So there you go. We are expecting a little baby boy in the middle of November. Thank you again for all of your prayers for a healthy pregnancy. Please continue to keep me and my baby in your prayers. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you guys are new. I would love to have you stick around, and I will catch you in the next one. Woohoo! You've made it to the end of the video. If you didn't know already, every Monday and Friday, you can find motherhood and lifestyle content on this channel. And since us moms have to do it all, that may mean yummy recipes, easy DIYs, mom hacks, cleaning and organization, or just a combo of everything. Please know that you are loved and you are made for greatness, and I will catch you in the next one.